Right now, several major stores are rolling out brand new holiday fees, and most shoppers don't even know these changes have already started. And with Christmas shopping about to kick into high gear, these charges could easily sneak up on you if you're not looking for them. Today, I'm going to walk you through what's happening and which stores are involved this season. And in a minute, I'll show you the simplest ways to work around these new fees and keep more money in your pocket this holiday season. So let's break this down before anyone gets hit by surprise fees. Why policies changed. Stores across the country have been quietly updating their policies ahead of the holidays. These changes aren't announced loudly on the front page of their website. They're buried in long return or service policy sections that most people never read. But shoppers have started noticing little things, a shorter return window here, a new charge there, or a different message when they try to start a return online. And because the holidays are when people buy more than usual, any shift in store policies has a much bigger impact this time of year. It's the season when people buy multiple sizes, try things on at home, exchange gifts, or realize something doesn't work only after all the wrapping paper has been thrown away. This is exactly why even a small change in store policy can snowball into bigger holiday costs. What these fees are. Now that we know stores are tightening their policies, it's important to understand what these new holiday fees actually mean. These fees show up when you try to return something, especially if you're planning to mail it back. Charges that simply weren't there a few years ago. And here's the part most people don't realize. Online return rates have exploded. Roughly 1 out of every 5 items bought online gets sent back, and some analysts say it's closer to 30%. So during the holidays, when people order more and take more chances on sizing, colors, and gifts, the odds of running into these fees go way up. This is where shoppers get caught off guard. You order something, it arrives, it doesn't fit, it doesn't look like it did online, and the moment you start the return process, the store adds a charge to cover shipping and processing. These fees aren't optional, they aren't negotiable, and they can add up fast during a season when people shop more than any other time of year. Stores charging now. A number of big-name stores have already rolled out these new holiday season fees, and shoppers are starting to feel it. Right now, Abercrombie is charging $7 for mail returns. American Eagle is charging $5. JCPenney is charging $8 if you use their return label. Nordstrom Rack is at $9.95. And even Macy's, a place many families rely on during Christmas shopping, now charges $9.99 for mailed returns. These changes catch people by surprise because they weren't part of the shopping experience a few years ago. And during Christmas shopping, when returns are more common than any other time of the year, these charges can take a noticeable bite out of your holiday budget. For someone buying multiple gifts, multiple sizes, or shopping online for convenience, these small fees can pile up into real money fast. And stay with me, because in just a bit, I'll show you the simple moves that keep these fees out of your holiday budget altogether. Real holiday scenarios. Let me give you a few real-world examples, because this is where you see just how quickly these fees add up. Imagine buying 3 sweaters for a grandchild, small, medium, and large, just to be safe. You keep one and send 2 back. At many stores, that's $14 gone immediately. Or let's say you buy holiday decor online, and the color looks different in person. You send it back, and suddenly you're hit with a $9 or $10 fee. Even buying a winter coat can cause trouble. If it arrives late, or it doesn't fit, returning it by mail could cost you almost $10 on top of everything else. Individually, these don't sound catastrophic, but during Christmas shopping, the small charges stack one after another. For anyone on a fixed income, especially seniors stretching every dollar, these fees matter. Stores doing it differently. But not every retailer is moving in the same direction. While many companies have tightened their policies, 2 major retailers, Amazon and Walmart, are still offering options that can save shoppers money if they use them correctly. With Amazon, you can still choose label-free, box-free returns through places like Kohl's, Whole Foods, or certain UPS locations. As long as you select the right return option, you can avoid fees entirely. Walmart, on the other hand, continues to offer free in-store returns on most items, and in many cases encourages people to return orders directly to their store rather than mailing things back. These 2 companies haven't escaped rising return costs, but their strategies are different because they already have massive store networks and established partnerships that help keep costs down. The takeaway here is simple. If you shop with Amazon or Walmart, returning items in person can keep your holiday budget from getting hit with charges you didn't expect. Shorter holiday windows. Another major change happening this season is shorter holiday return windows. Just a few years ago, many stores offered 60 or even 90 days for returns. Now, more retailers have quietly cut their windows down to 30 days, and a few start the countdown from the shipping date, not the day you actually receive the item. Some stores even require all holiday returns to be completed by early January, no matter when you bought the item. This means if you're buying gifts early or ordering something that ships later than expected, you could run out of time before you even get a chance to return it. Missing that window doesn't just mean the item is stuck with you. It can mean additional fees or losing the refund entirely. This is one of the most overlooked changes this season, and it's catching a lot of people off guard. Why this is happening? Now let's talk about why these changes are happening in the first place, because this part surprises a lot of people. Returns are incredibly expensive for retailers. According to the National Retail Federation, returns now cost U.S. retailers almost $890 billion every single year. That includes sorting, shipping, restocking, repackaging, and dealing with damaged or open items. And online returns are the biggest problem because they take longer, cost more to process, and often arrive in a condition the store can't sell at full price. During the pandemic, stores made returns easier to encourage online shopping. But that convenience trained customers into expecting hassle-free returns forever. Many stores ended up losing money on items that were bought in multiple sizes, tried on at home, and sent back. Others dealt with fraud, fake non-delivery claims, people wearing items once for an event and then returning them, or returning items that were clearly used. Now retailers are trying to protect their bottom line without raising prices, so they're tightening policies instead. During the holiday season, those costs multiply. Returns spike dramatically in December and early January. This is exactly why stores are adding fees now instead of waiting until later. It's the biggest return wave of the year, and companies don't want to absorb the full cost of processing it anymore. How to avoid fees. Now let's talk about the part everyone cares about most. How to work around these new fees and keep more money in your pocket this Christmas. The first thing to know is that almost all of these fees apply only when you mail something back. In-store returns are still free at most major retailers, even if they've tightened other parts of their policy. So if you can, return items in person instead of shipping them. It saves money and often gets a refund faster. If you're shopping at Macy's, there's an easy workaround. Joining their Free Star Rewards program waives the mail return fee entirely. It costs nothing to sign up and can save you money on every return you make. If you're shopping online, especially on Amazon, make sure to choose the label-free, box-free return option whenever it's available. Dropping items off at Kohl's, Whole Foods, or UPS can help you avoid charges completely. And one more tip, check the return window before buying. A number of retailers have shortened their holiday return periods this year, and missing the deadline could cost you even more. Sometimes the difference between hitting the window and missing it is just checking the date on your receipt. So with all these new holiday fees popping up, let me ask you this. Do you think these charges are fair, or should stores be covering the cost of returns themselves? Because depending on how these next few months go, this might become the new normal, especially during the holidays, when shopping is supposed to be the easiest time of the year.